Is Twitch dying? Yes or no? That has been going around the internet, and I'm going to tell you what's happening with Twitch right now. As we're easing out of the pandemic, people are returning to their regular jobs or going outside more than they were before. So we'll start to see a decrease in the use of Twitch in general. But of course, during the beginning of the pandemic, we had a surge in new broadcasters or people watching longer than they might have before. So I've been hearing from other broadcasters in person or seeing their tweets, and a lot of people are feeling, especially the past 2 months, that there is less engagement on their channels than before and with their communities. Unfortunately, Twitch is going through a really difficult phase with bad management and good talent leaving the company. So we got a few different things going on at the same time here. Phasing out the pandemic, troubles with Twitch, as well as changes with policy and the way the platform is run. With what we see as the good talent leaving Twitch, or the people that have been there since the beginning, there's not as many people fighting on behalf of creators or fighting for the benefit of creators. We've got these people higher up, like the CEO Emmett Shear, who are making decisions entirely for profit while also being out of tune or out of touch with the community and not making decisions that are to the benefit of creators themselves. So less engagement, difficult time building your stream on Twitch. What's going on? We got a few things. Categories. I've been testing discoverability in different Twitch categories or games. The biggest one being just chatting. And then we've got like a list of the top games people have played for the previous quarter. And I've been testing putting my channel in every top streaming category from the previous quarter, and I have my channel automatically switching categories like every 10 minutes, testing the top 70 or so channels to see if doing that brings better exposure or introduces you to new people rather than just sitting and just chatting. So my findings were changing categories and cycling through them had no benefit or less benefit than just idling and just chatting. As an IRL streamer, putting myself in the travel and outdoors category had a very negative effect. Maybe 75% fewer followers a day by being in the travel and outdoors category versus being in the just chatting. And there were similar results when cycling through the games. Just because I'm like the number one stream in that category with 200 to 300 viewers on average doesn't mean more people were clicking through or following the channel. It didn't have any benefit to introducing the stream to new people. So now with everything going on, it's getting some people worried. Is Twitch dead? Is it dying? I don't want to say it's dead, but it's changing, and we have to respond differently to the changes now. So what we just talked about was the category doesn't matter as much. Just leave yourself in the just chatting unless you're doing something very specific 24/7, like you're really just focused on ASMR or you're really just focused on World of Warcraft. But if you're any kind of variety, any kind of IRL, stay in just chatting all the time, because every moment you switch to that game that you're playing for 30 minutes, it's not going to bring you any benefit to be in there. You might as well just stay in the just chatting. And the Twitch admins, the moderators, they can't force you to be in any category. They might say that, but the reality is no. We had bigger streamers like Jake and Bake compete this with moderators saying, well, I don't want to be in travel outdoors, I want to be in just chatting. And the moderators on Twitch were changing his category while he was live, but he would keep changing it back. Nothing happened, just some disgruntled Twitch employees. Do what you want, don't worry about getting banned. It's not a big deal at the moment, just be in just chatting. So how do we get discovered on Twitch? Because the platform's dying, right? Is it? Discoverability is way harder now than it was 5 years ago. The methods of streaming, the technology have made it way easier to begin streaming with less technical know-how. So there's a lot more people streaming now than there were before. There's a lot more partners, there's a lot more affiliates, there's a lot more people who treat it like a job when it's actually not. So the views are coming down across the board on everyone's channel while more people are streaming at the same time. The next thing I want to talk about are channel tags, and Twitch recently changed it so you can type in tags, custom tags, not just select ones that they typed up for you. You can write anything you want, up to 10 tags. But we don't see the analytics on which streamers are using which ones. you can kind of like go through the directory list and get an idea of what top streamers are using. And the feedback I've gotten recently is that, oh, hey CJ, you're in Thailand right now. I found you because I was filtering for Thailand streams when I typed in Thailand on the search directory. So they found me that way. But actually, my number one tag click-through rate has been with the Japan tag, because Japan has always been trending on Twitch. And while I have a lot of Japan content and involvement still currently, even though I'm not in Japan right now, I'm still being clicked on the most just because of that tag. So if you're streaming, you don't know what tags to put, don't just type anything. As far as I can tell, tags are the only way people are finding your stream currently on Twitch. The second highest priority is viewership, arguably the first, but I'm going to put it as second because there's only so much you can do about it unless you're cheating, which we will also get into. We discovered that if you look at your sub list, the people, the channels you're subscribed to, if someone's subscribed to, let's say 12 channels, but one of them that they're subscribed to has less than 100 viewers, it's very likely that they're not going to come up on their live list when they open up the Twitch page. It shows you who you're subscribed to, but it only shows, let's say, like 10 streams at most. And then there's like a view more button. So if you're not above a certain viewer limit, like 100 or 200, people are not even going to know you're live. Your subscribers aren't even going to know you're live, or it's going to be more difficult for them to see you. So organically, there's only so much you can do about this. We talked about tags. Make sure your tags are right. Be in just chatting, unless you're focusing on something very specific. The next one, and Twitch has been telling people to do this, is bringing in viewers from other places like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I think now more than ever, it is super critical and more important to bring in viewers from these other channels just because discoverability is so bad on Twitch. And we have seen positive effect by posting, let's say, 10 TikTok videos a day, drawing traffic to a YouTube channel. But it has to be every day, it has to be a lot, and if you're getting the tags right with that, you will see a positive effect. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, most streamers who stream full-time don't have the ability to do that themselves. You're gonna need to hire someone or figure something out. It's very difficult to do, and I haven't figured it out yet for myself how I'm gonna pull that off. But I think it's important to realize it can work if you do it right. One strategy might be taking highlights from your Twitch stream, make it a YouTube video, and then cut up that highlight into different TikTok videos, like a minute long, 30 seconds long, of the funny or the most interesting parts. Put them on TikTok, whether they're bad or good. We just need to get click-throughs. So, okay, you've done all that. How do we compete? How do we get higher on the Twitch viewer list? The viewer count, right? The viewer count is important for visibility. And we've always known people have been using bots, or people get botted without knowing it. It's been going on for years. It's not a new thing, but it's more important now due to the way discoverability works. Like I just said, if you don't have above 100 viewers, people can't see you on their subscribed list. If you don't have above 1,000 viewers, you're not going to be on the directory listing for the top 50 or more channels. We know people's channels are being botted, or they're botting them themselves. And the way you can tell is, and we have a few examples from broadcasters in Japan, and we've been talking about this for years, is that when they turn on their stream, their viewership goes like, poof. It's a straight up plateau. There is no linear curve whatsoever in how their stream is ramping up with viewers clicking through. If you're not cheating, you know what your graph looks like. Go look at your graph. Stream Elements can send you a graph at the end of every stream if you've never seen this before. And usually it'll go something like this. And then it'll plateau at some point. And then, maybe as things get dry or it goes on, it might start to dip, or it'll keep going if things are going great. Not the case if channels are being botted, because when they turn on their stream, there is not so much of a delay with the way those bots turn on. It's not normal for a stream to just be click of a switch, 3,000 viewers, even if that's their normal viewer count. That's just not how it works. And it's very easy and possible to pay for bots. You can find websites, go Google it. You can get 500, 1,000 viewers by paying $500 to $1,000 a month. And if that's what gives you a high viewership and keeps you at the top of the Twitch directories, people organically make the money back that they spent on the bots. Or if someone is botting for them and they don't realize it, it's helping them out anyway. I realize it's difficult for Twitch to fight this because there's no way to prove who's doing it. At least before, you could pay to have your live stream advertised on Reddit and pay Reddit to embed your live stream. And this was like a legal way of botting. You're paying for advertising and it's an embedded, maybe muted stream playing on the background. Now Twitch has since recently, I believe, prohibited this use of stream embedding and automatic playback, so I don't think it works the same way. But there are still services, like I said, where people can pay for 1,000 viewers a month. It might cost them $1,000 a month to pay for it, but every time they go live, they're gonna hit that on switch, the quick plateau, their visibility is instant, and they'll make that back. So the system's messed up, it's not fair, it favors view count, categories don't matter anymore. Tags are the only way for truthful to play truthful. Do your best drawing viewers from other platforms. I don't know what else to say we can do right now. I'm working on some ideas on my own so that we can grow things naturally, organically. If you're a new streamer, a small streamer, I don't think there's any way currently to survive long term. Things are not looking good. Streaming the way we used to 5 years ago, 4 years ago, doesn't bring in the same kind of engagement or viewership levels that it used to. It's definitely tough and demoralizing. My advice right now is to hang on, but also don't do nothing. I think there will be some correction eventually. We see YouTube competing with TikTok, for example, and YouTube is going to start giving ad revenue split to creators to make shorts, and TikTok doesn't, so they're going to have to change. But now, for example, with Twitch, we have people like Trainwrecks talking about starting their own platforms, and if they do something that encourages creator content, Twitch is going to have to respond to that. So hang on for now. Hopefully a competitor will come up that'll change the space and cause Twitch to react in a positive way. But what do we do until then? We can't just wait and hope for the best. That's not the smart business sense. Again, if you're small or medium size and you're seeing a struggle right now, you're going to have to change something. I think the best way, if you want to make this your career, is to collaborate super hard and join or create an organization. We're not going to survive right now by ourselves. We will only survive if we work together. When the tide is in and the sea rises, all the ships rise together. We have to work together. None of us are going to survive alone unless they're already at the top or they're botting super hard, keeping themselves at the top, something like that. I don't want to say my stream is in trouble right now or anything, but you definitely want to take action before it gets to that emergency point. So we need to change the way things are happening, because doing the same thing we've been doing the past 5 years just isn't working the same anymore. Now that I'm in Thailand, I see a lot of entrepreneur and business opportunity here. And I have an idea. I want to start an esports organization with my friends. I want a place where people I know and trust and have fun together can come and collaborate, hang out, make content. It's a rainy day. We don't know what to do IRL-wise or gaming-wise. Just a place where we can meet up and help each other come up with better ideas together, more interesting ideas together. Hopefully the tide will rise and we'll all rise together, right? I think this is the only immediate solution for small to medium streams to survive at the moment, assuming nothing else changes. So I'm working on getting this going as soon as I can. I hope people would want to be a part of it with me. I think collaborative organizational content can be more interesting in most cases anyway. And with any luck, this will be what everyone needs to keep the passion of creating fun content for their communities and their friends. So just hang on, keep fighting, be smart about things, and make some decisions now, because Twitch isn't going to be there to help you out anytime soon. They're not looking out for you. You got to look out for yourself. Get your friends together and make something great. We can talk about it more in the live stream. Come ask me questions. See you soon. Bye.